Fans are amazed by pictures of Melissa Rauch. On September 24, 2007, CBS aired the first episode of The Big Bang Theory. The show was an instant hit, with both geeks and non-geeks falling in love with the group of scientific nerds and the main characters. The show is named after the scientific idea of the Big Bang, which explains how the universe began and how the stars and galaxies around us were formed. According to the Big Bang Theory, the universe began as a very hot, minimal, and dense superforce, which is a combination of four forces. There were no stars, atoms, forms, or structures when the world was created. Who the cast of The Big Bang Theory dates outside of work. It was the first time that a group of socially awkward geeks was able to date the most attractive women on TV without being turned down. Over the course of the show's 10 seasons, many links form on and off screen. Leonard, an experimental physicist, and Penny, a beautiful aspiring actor who lives next door, had the most famous on-screen romance. After only dating tall, strong guys, Penny falls in love with Leonard, and the two date on and off until they get married. This episode is a big change from what happens on and off screen. The show is so ingrained in people's lives that they may forget that the relationships are just part of the show and that the actors have real-life relationships outside of work. Yes, Bernadette and Howard aren't married with a beautiful child, and Sheldon and Amy aren't getting married, but don't be too upset. These celebrities have real girlfriends, lovers, spouses, and wives who are pretty darn attractive, so let's give them a chance, shall we? The ensemble of The Big Bang Theory is not at all like the show's nerdy characters. They are a group of intelligent and wealthy people who have dated some very attractive people. Refer to the list to see which geek on the show actually dated a beautiful woman in real life and which actors on the show actually dated in real life. Mayim Bialik plays neurobiologist Amy Fowler, who is in love with Sheldon. Rauch and Howard see her and think Sheldon would like her, so they meet on an online dating site. Before they split up in 2012, Michael Stone converted from Mormonism to Judaism, ending their marriage. They had 2 kids together, who are now 9 and 12 years old. Todd Spock and Jim Parsons. Jim Parsons plays the sweet and smart scientist Sheldon Cooper. On May 13, he married his longtime partner, graphic designer Todd Spock. The ceremony took place in New York at the famous Rainbow Room on the 65th floor of Rockefeller Center, and many of Jim's fellow geeks and co-stars from the show were there. Johnny Galecki and Sarah Gilbert. Leonard is one of the main male characters. Johnny plays an experimental physicist who is both nerdy and good at getting pretty women to like him, like his friend Penny. Johnny has been dating for a long time. He dated one of his on-screen loves, Sarah Gilbert, before she worked on the show. John dated Sarah Gilbert before she started working on the show. Roseanne Sarah came out in the end, and we hope Johnny had moved on by then. John Town and Simon Helberg. Simon Helberg plays Howard. Howard is a geeky aerospace engineer and former astronaut who is married to Bernadette. Simon married Jocelyn Town in real life in 2007. Since 2000, Jocelyn has also been acting in TV shows and movies in supporting parts. She and Simon even worked together on a movie called We'll Never Have Paris, where Simon played the lead role and Jocelyn produced it. They have 2 kids, a girl named Adeline who is 5 years old and a boy named Wilder who is 3 years old. John Candy and Kelly Cuoco. Many people around the world were thrilled to learn that 2 of the show's main actors were dating from 2008 to 2010. Leonard and Penny dated on the show as Johnny and Kaylee. They worked hard to keep their relationship a secret. It was such an important part of my life, and no one knew about it. Kaylee Cuoco said of their friendship, "It was great, but we never talked about it and never went anywhere together." Winston, the dog, and Melissa Rauch. Melissa Rauch is a scientist who plays Bernadette Howard's wife. Her on-screen and real-life husbands are very different in height. Howard is almost the same height as Melissa, but her real-life husband, screenwriter Winston, is 6 feet 3, which is quite a difference from Melissa's height of 4 feet 11. They've been together since 2007. In July 2017, they told everyone that they were going to have a baby. John Candy and Ari Grainer. In 2006, Johnny went out with actress Ari Grainer. They dated for a short time before breaking up for unknown reasons. Arya has been in a number of movies, such as Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, and the center Caitlin Rucker's first starring job was on The Sopranos. Most recently, she was one of the stars on the Showtime show, I'm Dying Up Here. Kevin Price and Sarah Rue was Dr. Stephanie Barnett Leonard's girlfriend for a short time before he broke up with her because he thought things were going too fast. Sarah Rue married Kevin Price, her teacher boyfriend of many years, in 2011. The couple has stayed together, which doesn't happen very often in Hollywood. They have two girls, Tallulah, who is their biological daughter, and Adelaide, whom they adopted. In 2002, Kaylee Cuoco and Thad Luckinbill were married. Kaylee dated actor Thad Luckinbill, who is best known for playing JT on The Young and the Restless, for 11 years. They were together for almost a year. Fan still shows up on TV shows and movies from time to time, most notably as Scott Norris in the movie Only the Brave. Michael Posen and Brian Posenbert is played by Brian, who works in the geology department at Caltech. Every day, Bert brings Amy beautiful pebbles to show how much he loves her. Brian has also been in the Sarah Silverman Show and the sequel to Dumb and Dumber. Besides The Big Bang Theory, he is married to Melanie Truitt, a TV director who worked on Drew Carey's Extravaganza. They have one child together and have been married for over 15 years. Lucas Ryder and Elizabeth Fake Raja's piece about the Kuiper Belt made Elizabeth want to play the part of Dr. Catherine Millstone on the show. Elizabeth has been in a number of TV shows, such as NCIS, The Young and the Restless, and Scrubs. In 2005, Los Angeles married Lucas Ryder, who used to be a lawyer but now works as a TV director and writer. He has worked on TV shows like The Blacklist, The Firm, and The Practice. Michael J. Massimino and Carola Pardo. Michael was on the show as a former NASA astronaut who has been on 2 space shuttle missions. He talks to Howard via Skype about Howard's future trip and his responsibilities. Michael married Carola Pardo in 1989, and the couple had a son and a daughter. Carola was home alone with 2 young children, so having Mike in space was hard for her. She hoped that he would come back safely. Alessandra Torsani and Rob Kardashian, we can't say for sure if they were dating or not. In 2011, one of the famous Kardashian children was briefly linked to actress Alessandra Torsani. People thought they were dating after seeing them together at the Coachella Music Festival. Rob then dated model and former adult dancer Blac Chyna, with whom he had a child before the two broke up. Torsani then played Claire Michael Tucker on The Big Bang Theory, and Sandra Hess played Sandra Hess. Before The Big Bang Theory, Michael played David Underhill, a famous scientist that Penny dates until she finds out he's married. Before that, he played Cooper Lee on the CW show One Tree Hill. In 2009, he married Sandra Hess, a beautiful Swiss actress and fashion model who is best known for her role as Sonya Blade in Mortal Kombat Annihilation. They've been happily married for over 10 years. Ariel Nicole and Johnny Galecki. He's been seeing Ariel, Nicole, and Johnny Galecki since 2015. Johnny posted an unclear picture of himself kissing a blonde on New Year's Eve, and many people think he was back with his ex-girlfriend and co-star Kelly Cuoco. The assumption was wrong when the girl in the picture was found to be Ariel and Nicole. They were recently seen on a beach in Maui, Hawaii, celebrating their relationship. We don't know much about Ariella, but we hope to soon.